And now it's time for Development Debates. We dig deeper into some of the questions shaping the future and present of China. Today, we'll see Chinese experts discuss whether young people will leave Beijing because of the heavy smog. For many years, smog has been a shadow in the heart of China, especially in the heavily polluted areas such as Beijing and Tianjin. Blue skies have become a rarity, and breathing easily is considered a luxury. When the smog comes, the people of the cities hold their breath and wait for the wind to come blow it away. On October 12th, the wind finally carried away the first severe smog of the season in Beijing. The smog lasted for several days and caused a lot of problems for Beijingers. This has once again brought the entire country's attention to the issue of air pollution. There is no question that smog is a result of over a decade of industrialization and urbanization. It took time to create the current situation. It'll take time to correct it as well. It's not possible to solve it immediately. Conquering smog is bound to be a protracted war. We all know that smog will make people frustrated and anxious, and it can cause some respiratory-related health issues. Many people feel they have to wear masks when they go out. He Songwei is a chief commentator for the Southern People Weekly magazine. He argues that the heavy smog will not be a reason for young Chinese people to leave Beijing. Their ambition to achieve their dreams will keep them there. He said that after each spring festival, thousands of young people flock to Beijing like migrant birds. He added that they are just like children. They complain about everything in Beijing on their way back, from house prices to air quality. But after their complaints, they'll stay another year in Beijing, working diligently and responsibly. This happens often and can serve as evidence that some problems like high housing prices and heavy air pollution just can't drive them away from Beijing. He Songwei admits that air pollution in Beijing is unbearable, but it isn't the worst in China. The younger generation's beautiful hometowns might also have gray skies now. He believes that Beijing will be the first one to conquer the smog. Meanwhile, Beijing is a good place for those who love culture, art, and sports. However, not all people agree with He Songwei's idea. Liu Guangyu is a famous young columnist. He's also a special commentator for many famous real estate websites and magazines. He believes that Beijing used to be an attractive city, but if it will be that attractive in the future remains a question. Its high housing prices have driven away scores of young people who had low salaries. He believes the elite will also start to flee due to concerns of health-related problems. Liu adds that the population flight from Beijing is caused by the high cost of living. Living in Beijing is a dream for many Chinese people, but the reality is harsh. After this realization, he said, many of them leave. They go work in some small cities, start families, and finally have happy lives. They're able to live decent lives without too much pressure. He said that for many people, this has become a second dream and, in a way, a plan B. He believes that's not good news for Beijing. If too many talented people leave for more comfortable lives in other cities, then housing prices in Beijing will drop. If Beijing smog can't be dealt with effectively, only people with low salaries will stay in Beijing. That will be devastating for Beijing's economy and development. And at that time, the only good thing we can expect is that the housing prices in Beijing may finally drop. But the brain drain will be a disaster for Beijing and even for Greater China.